What's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In today's quick video, we're going to be covering the barter guide for the console dev kit, which is available on Mazrah, and this is one of the 3 items that is required in order to exchange for that valuable gun screen over at the Koschei Complex Secure Buy Station. But before we dive into it, if you guys do enjoy this content at any time or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you show your support for the channel by going down below and smashing that like button. So go ahead and throw an easy goal of 150 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys would like to find your way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure you just do hit that subscribe button, alongside that notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. All right, so this is going to be over on Mazrah, and if you guys go over to your buy station, you open the barter tab, you will see the console dev kit. Now, the required items in order to actually exchange for this is going to be 3 game consoles, a single nuclear fuel rod, and the gold skull of Mazrah miner. Now, in order to get access to the game consoles, I definitely recommend going to the North Mazrah city, as this is where a lot of lockers can be found, and lockers are a pretty good way to find the game consoles, at least from my experience. Now, you can also find them in the open world, which just means on the tables or on the workbenches or just anywhere out in the open, but they can also be found in the toolboxes. Now, in my experience, I found way more of them going for the lockers, and if you guys go over to the North Mazrah city, you guys will see a ton of them in this area. There is a couple of different buildings in this area that have a ton of lockers, and obviously the little warehouses in this area obviously do as well. Now, by knowing at this point that you can look in lockers or toolboxes, you guys are not limited to the Mazrah city. However, I found the best success over in that area, as I was able to find 4 game consoles in just a few minutes of looting. My teammate and I each found 2 of them, and we did find all of them in lockers, and it was over in the Mazrah city area. But obviously you guys could go over to somewhere like the quarry. Tons of lockers can be found there, and just around the map you guys can obviously find toolboxes and lockers. Realistically, I'm just recommending the North Mazrah area, as I was able to find more lockers, more toolboxes, overall increasing my ability to get access to these game consoles. Now, you guys should be able to come across 3 of them in a singular match. You guys could also choose to bring in a secure backpack, which would allow you to exfil them and bring them into your next match, which could make it a little bit easier if you're struggling to find these. Now, I didn't choose to do that because I only had one other teammate with me, and between the 2 of us, I felt like the plates and other things that I needed to carry were just a little bit more important, so I didn't want to go with the secure backpack route. However, we were able to find all 3 of these in a single run. Once you're able to find all 3 of these, you'll want to move over to your second step, which is going to be the nuclear fuel rod. Now, this is going to be pretty easy to get a hold of. All you're going to need to do is find a nuclear materials contract on the map. So if you open up your TAC map, you're looking for the contract phone that has the little nuke symbol. You guys are going to go over it, grab that. It's going to take you to a toolbox. You're going to grab the Geiger counter, and you're going to go over to the areas where the radiation is in order to actually find the little radiation stash. And you guys are going to open the stash. It's going to give you a nuclear fuel rod. You guys can choose to go to the second location and grab that just to wrap up the contract. But once you guys have access to the nuclear fuel rod, you guys pretty much have the first step with the 3 consoles and the second step with the nuclear fuel rod. Now, the last and final piece to the puzzle is going to be that gold skull of Mazrah miner. Now, this one is only going to be located in a specific cache, so you guys will need to get a skeleton key, have one of those in your possession, or for some reason, if you have the sunken ship thieves cache key, you guys will be able to use that to get access to this as well. You guys are going to make your way over to the Sawa Village, Serif Bay area where the sunken ships are located. Now, there is a sunken ship on the map which is only partially sticking out of the water. This is going to be the location in which you're going to need to head to. Of course, as always, I will do my best to show you guys this location on the map. You guys are going to head over here, and you're going to want to go to the furthest left area of the sunken ship. You guys will basically be able to look in the water and see a little hole in the front of it. You guys will then want to swim down into this, and then obviously you guys will see this little duffel bag there. It will require a key to unlock it. You will open this duffel bag, and inside it will be that gold skull of Mazrah miner. Now, it is important to note, if you guys aren't quick to get down to this bag, unlock it, and grab the item, it is going to be very, very close to you running out of air, so it could be helpful if you guys are struggling with this to bring you a breather. However, I did not find that it was necessary for my situation. Once you guys have access to this gold skull of Mazrah miner, you then acquired all of the parts necessary to swap for the console dev kit. So at this point, you're going to want to travel over to your closest buy station, or one that seems the safest. You're going to go over to it, you're going to open the barter tab, you're going to go over to the dev kit, and at this point, you will now have everything you need to swap for it. You're going to go ahead and swap for the console dev kit. At this point, you guys will be able to open your backpack and see it in your inventory. And the only thing left for you to do at this point is to exfil safely. So you guys can open your map, go for a rescue hostage contract if it's available. If not, you're going to want to go over to your nearest exfil, and you're going to want to exfil safely with this console dev kit. And then obviously you guys will have access to it. Now, one more thing I do want to mention about this is if you are in a squad and one of your teammates actually manages to exfil with the console dev kit, it will grant it to each of the players that are a part of that squad. So you guys will all have it in your inventory and be able to put it in your mission stash. That way you guys can be prepared when you have all 3 of the items to go give it a couple of shots. If you guys have more than one teammate that you play with on a regular basis, and each of you get access to these, it will give you more than one opportunity to go and swap for it at that secure buy station, which is going to be a troublesome adventure in itself. But that's going to wrap things up for today's quick video. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support in the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.